It was seventh grade, and I was staring at this girl next to me. She was my so-called best friend. I stared at her hair, and I wished she was mine, but she didn't notice me that way, and I knew it. After class, she walked up to me and she asked me for my notes she had missed the day before. I handed to her and she said thanks, and she gave me a kiss on the cheek. I wanted to tell her that I didn't want to just be friends, that I loved her, but I was too shy, and I didn't know why.
Hey, it's Johnny Rock Daddy. Every Thursday night, 6 to 10 o'clock at Cranky Joe's, and 10:30 to 2 a.m. for all those rock and rollers at the Plaza Hotel. All right, baby.
It was junior year. My phone rang. She was in tears, mumbling on and on about how her love had broken her heart. She asked if she could come over, because she was all alone. So she did. We sat on the sofa, stared into her eyes, wishing she was mine. After 2 hours, she decided to go to sleep. She looked at me and said thanks, and she kissed me on the cheek. I had to tell her I wanted her to know that I didn't just want to be friends, that I loved her. And I wanted to tell her that I'm too shy, and I don't know why. Day before the prom, she walked up to me. My date is sick, she said. He's not gonna go. And in 7th grade, we made a promise that if neither of us had dates, we'd go together just as best friends. So we did. When the prom was over, standing at her doorstep, I stared at her. She smiled at me. I wanted to tell her I wanted her to be mine, but she doesn't think of me that way. Then she said I had the best time, and she kissed me on the cheek. I wanted to tell her, but I was too shy. A few years later, now I sit at a church where she's getting married in now. I watch her say I do, and drive off to her new life with another man. Tell her I loved her, but I was just too shy, and I don't know why. Before she drives off, she comes up to me. You came, she said, and kissed me on the cheek. I wanted to tell I loved her. I wanted her to know, but I was too shy, and I don't know why. Years passed. I look down now at the coffin of a girl who was my best friend. At the service, they read a diary entry she wrote in her high school years. Read, I stared at him, wishing he was mine, but he doesn't notice me that way. I wanted to tell him that I didn't want to just be friends. I love him, but I was too shy, and I don't know why. I wish he would tell me he loved me. Pride. So if you love somebody, tell them